We need this type of representation going around. I was and welcome to GTV. I am Geisha, as in Geisha of Geisha TV, and welcome to my page. I do all types of content, from DIY to travel to what you about to see now, to reviewing stuff, to, you know, every little thing. So if you like it here, check me out, subscribe. Welcome to this episode of GTV, and I'm calling the episode because we're talking about episodes, so I'm trying to attach two things, y'all. Watch me now. But I literally just am here and excited to share the news about this new TV show on CW called The March. Now, well, it's not called The March, called March, but I call it The March because it's about the marching storm. And y'all already know your girl's a proud alumni of PV. So let's get straight into it. I don't want to waste no time. All right, y'all. So getting straight into it, I can really tell y'all, I watched the episode on Monday and I'm getting different feels and different views from it, but we're gonna talk about this together. We're gonna go through this process together with this entire season. I hope to drop one of these episodes every single Wednesday after the show airs on Monday, to just keep you guys in the loop, catch you up. If you didn't watch it, you can watch this, or you can watch it and supplement this video with it so we can talk, you know. But like I said, it's about the March of Storm. This just covering them on a reality TV basis and just covering the day-to-day life, the performance, everything that comes with being in the HBCU band, because it takes a lot. All right, so first thing I really want to get into before I start getting into the show anymore is why we need the support. If you did marching band, if you participated in anything like that, make sure you're supporting this show because it's very important. Representation matters. If you went to a HBCU, support this show because representation matters. Make sure that you're doing and putting your best foot forward, literally just clicking your TV on and pressing play, or sitting there and just watching it for an hour. If you're not watching it, just turn your TV on, stream it. Get those things and those views up for them because we need this type of representation going around. I would love to see this show actually survive, thrive, do so well, and cover other marching storms or cover other marching bands, you know what I'm saying? So let's, like I said, keep it going, and remember that we're doing this thing called marching band, and during this pandemic that we just faced, or we're facing right now, what we do is something that's been heavily compromised. Imagine if you missed those two important years of 6th grade and 7th grade and what it would do to your actual band career. So like I said, support you guys, okay? I'm looking over here because my notes are over here, but let's get into these storylines and let's get into the people that are involved with the show, okay? So from the episode that I watched, which is episode 1, it's giving main character energy for a few people. So Cardavian, if you don't know Cardavian, you need to watch the episode, go meet Cardavian. But Cardavian, he plays the euphonium in the March of Storm, and in this show, they're covering his business, they're promoting his businesses, which is great. We saw that in episode 1. His storyline that we have here is about him being kicked out of the band. So that's something that commonly happens in band. People get kicked out of the band. It's him and it's Tay. Tay is also giving us major main character energy. Like, they got Tay on some good scenes. We got confessionals. We got everything. I literally love how professional the actual production of this show really is. Even though I know it's like television, but it's like they got it set up to where we get in the real life of the March of Storm, and I love it. So after we got T-Dave and we got Tay, we're gonna go straight into the drum major representation. Will be Jalen and Aaron. If y'all know Aaron been in the Storm for a good minute, but my boy is a B-Tone legend, I can definitely say that. And now he's on the stick, doing a good job, leading the band, you know what I'm saying? That transition is nothing like nothing. Like, you know when somebody is cold on their horn and they turn around and be like, put the horn down, I want to get on the stick. That's my boy Aaron, and he representing in the show. All right, so let's talk about Jalen. Now, Jalen, he's also a drum major. He's giving us drum major perspective, and he's giving us like mentoree, mentee, like connection with Nemo. Now, that's our next character who's giving main character energy. Probably our last character, besides one more person. But Nemo, he's on his storyline is just like, I have a bad attitude, but I want to be in leadership. Come on now. That's literally how band goes. There's so many people who have terrible attitudes but are great leaders and they're great connection with people, but then 5 or 6 moments in their life where they can't control their energy sometimes, or things are just bubbling over to that point. people lose it. Like, and those are the people that you have to work on. I was one of those people. Those are the people that you have to nurture and take care of, because they got to understand that that attitude is not going to get you far. So I love the fact that they're including that. Now, next character that we got on our list that was up in the show is our Fox representation. So shout out to Kay, or well, y'all know her as Kaylin, but I know her as Hammy. Shout out to Hammy, you know, she's a Black Fox captain. They're giving like perspective of leading a dance team in the HBCU world, which is very important and very needed. Like, you see a lot of dancing girls out here doing the thing, but they don't really have nobody to lean on to directly support them or mentor them or show them. You know, like, if you know some HBCU dancers, cool. You've been to some clinics, you pay for that stuff, cool. But to have this representation of what a captain is and how she carries herself and how she's gonna move throughout the season, you can already tell it's gonna be a good vibe, a good thing. Like, I like it. And then our next person that we got for the Foxes is a girl named Shelby. Now, I personally don't know Shelby, but Shelby, she's giving us semi-main character energy. Like the scene that they started her in, she was giving contest, hey, I don't want to do that, or you're the only one that can do that. She was talking to our other Black Fox character, which is going to be Wesley, I believe her name was. Now, I don't know much about Wesley or Shelby because I came in the band after they actually entered the band. I believe they entered during that COVID time, but heard nothing but great things about them. I've seen them, you know, on Snapchat, other people that I do know in the band. So, family. Next person we have is Trey, and I love Trey. Trey, my boy, I already know. Y'all done seen Trey on here before. That's the thing. Y'all done seen him on GTV. But Trey is giving us that perspective of a band student who's has a kid. Like, it's like, when I'm telling y'all I love this show because it's giving the real of what band really is. Like, they giving Trey a storyline, and Trey's storyline is, I have a child. I'm trying to do band. I'm trying to go to school. I'm trying to work, and I'm trying to support for my kid. You know what I'm saying? It's too many students who've been through that I personally seen, not even necessarily at PV, but at other colleges. Like, life happens while you're still in school. You know what I'm saying? You're in school doing HBCU band, but you have a baby. And you have to take care of your child. You have to take care of yourself. You got to keep up your scholarship requirement. And that's going to take a lot of things, working on a lot of different ends. And I'm not going to just say that PV just a baby boom in school. But we had a few people in the band who had to do that type of balance. And I know it's something difficult. I know that's something hard because band takes up a lot of your time. On top of that, taking up a lot of your time, you got to remember why you in school. You in school to go to school. Yeah. And then on top of that, if you like me or anybody else, really in 2022, you're trying to work and get that bag at the same time, so you won't be poor while you're trying to be in school and in the band at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And with the schedule lining up the way that it does, that is not easy, my friend. So I'm really looking forward to see how they express his storyline and show it, because it's very important. Literally, like, that's something in the band world that people go through. And the last person that I didn't mention that is in there and on the show is Peyton. Peyton, my girl, she got a cameo. She was talking to Cardavian one time about right before he had went and go talk to Dr. Zach. And like, when I tell y'all the drama, like the way that they place in the drama, I like it. I like it, literally. I already knew. When they was like, yeah, you gotta go talk to Dr. Zach about getting back in the band, I knew how that conversation was gonna go from being in the band under Dr. Zach. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was gonna be on some, nah, my boy, because when Dr. Zach make a decision, the decision is made. And also, shout out to the directors on there, man. Low brass instructor, Hopkins, I don't know what Hopkins is doing right now in PV, but he was literally a jack of all trades. He was a man of all men, could do a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? Was handling a lot of stuff at PV when I was there. So we got Hop, and then we got Dr. Zach, you know what I'm saying? The #1 head honcho leader of the Marching Storm, and the name and the brand and everything that goes on with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like a breakdown of the characters. Y'all know season 1, episode 1 always gonna be, here's the people, here's their storyline, here's what they here for, you know. So that was really what this episode was. It was just a rundown. Now, you know, episode 2, we gotta do a little foreshadowing so you can know what's coming up. But when I was watching for episode 2, notes and tips and stuff like that, they're preparing for homecoming, which is a very special time on PV's campus. Unfortunately, the homecoming that they documented was not a big one like the major ones like we be having, but I'm looking forward to see how they covered the band's personal experience on working on that. Like, this disease, not this disease, but this pandemic, this disease that has came through with this pandemic is not something that coincides to what we do with band. band and the sound and working on different things like that, you need certain essential foundations, and they're sitting outside practicing away from each other. You know, so not away from each other, but they're sitting outside spaced out trying to practice something that I know is hard to practice on the inside. So it's like, you know, like your sound sounds completely different everywhere you go, but they still sound like the March of Storm. So we gonna watch on this whole season on how all of that rolls out and folds out. And then what I'm going to be doing is bringing in people I know, bringing in people that I can get in contact with, just trying to keep us all connected in this band world. I have a few ideas of like stuff that I want to do as far as covering these episodes. I know next week, episode 2, I'm going to be reaching out to some alumni, some old Storm heads, so we can just talk about how we are feeling this season, you know what I'm saying, how the season is progressing, talk about some good moments from homecoming. So that's what y'all can look forward to next week. But I also want to make these videos short, sweet, and to the point. So we done discussed it, we done talked about it. Let's move on, baby girls and baby boys. I will catch y'all next week on Wednesday when we talk about episode 2. So stay tuned. Make sure you go watch that. Make sure you support that. Make sure you know what you're doing. Share this video, share that video, share everything you need to get this stuff out to the people that needs to get it, man. We all know 10 other people who doing the same thing that we doing as far as marching band. So reach out, go ahead, get them connected, tuned in, locked in, so they can be ready for episode 2. And make sure y'all tune in next Wednesday so y'all can catch the drama, the tips, the stuff you missed, the tea, everything about episode 2, homecoming week, y'all. But it's been real. Thank you for coming to GTV, and I'll talk to y'all later. Ah!
I want you in my world, don't you understand?